Hello and welcome back to a new video. Now, in today's video, I'll be talking about the three biggest mistakes that realtors make when following up with leads and how to actually avoid them. Now, let's jump straight in. So, the first one is relying only on generic follow-up messages. Now, generic follow-up messages look like this, like, hi, just checking in to see if you're ready to sell. Now, these kind of messages, they don't stand out and they're often ignored. Now, the reason they don't stand out and the reason they're often ignored is because they lack value, they lack personalization, and they're just not customized at all, right? They're pretty much just a simple message just asking if somebody's ready to sell. Now, you don't want to do this because people know that as a real estate agent, you get a commission. They know that if they sell their house, you're going to make money. So when you're just saying like, hey, just checking in to see if you're ready to sell, it just says that, hey, I'm just looking to see if I can make money off of you, right? And as a real estate agent, you don't want to do that. You want to build a relationship. You want to provide so much value that this person wants to list with you because you've provided so much upfront. Like, why would they choose you if you're just sending in messages like, hi, just checking in if to see if you're ready to sell? Now, this doesn't work well. Now, what you can do instead is actually focus on personalization, as I mentioned. Like you can reference your previous conversations, you can mention specific neighborhoods that they're interested in, or you can share something relevant like a market update, right? Now, here's the thing. None of this is something that is out of the box. It's not something where you have to yourself go out of your way and figure out and then send them. This is something that you would figure out either way. You know this already, so why not just pack it up as an SMS and pack it up as a value and then send it over to them. I'll show you exactly how you can do that in an example now. So you can, for example, say, hey, Sarah, I just saw that homes in your neighborhood are selling 10% faster this month. Are you still interested in listing your property? Now, as you can see, the goal is still the same. You're trying to figure out if they're still interested in listing their property. But in this case, you're providing value first, which is you're keeping them engaged. So there's actually a reason for them to answer you this time, and actually a reason for them to actually think like, okay, should we sell our house this month, right? In another way, you could say like, hey Sarah, I just saw that homes in your neighborhood are looking to have a decrease in the rev in how much they're getting sold for the next few months. And that could also make them answer like, oh wait, really? Okay, let's go ahead and sell as soon as possible. So you want to provide value, you want to provide information, and you want to still get what you want to get out of it. So you're still trying to figure out like if they're interested in listing their property, but it's a personalized way. It's a way filled with value, right? So personalized follow-ups, they show you're paying attention and they actually add value to the conversation, which is what you want to do. Now, this sends us over to mistake number two, which is a killer of consistency, right? That is to follow up too sporadically. Now, mistake number two is not having a consistent follow-up schedule that you can follow every single time that you're going to do a follow-up. No pun intended. Now, sporadic follow-ups, they make you seem unreliable and often leave leads slipping through the cracks. Now, you don't want to be the person that follow-ups 2 days after, and then follow-ups 12 days after, and then follow-ups like 40 days after, and then in the meantime, you just sent them an email, right? You don't want to be this random person that is just following up out of the blue. You want to have a concise schedule that you follow every single week on who you're going to follow up with, what messages you're going to send, when you're going to follow up, at what exact times. And if you really want to be good at this, you can track at what times you're sending different messages and at what time you are actually getting replies. For example, are you having more success with sending messages later in the evening? Or are you having more success sending messages early in the morning? Or are you having more success just sending them throughout the day, right? You got to figure this out and then you got to dial down on that method, right? Now, the fix is pretty simple, just as I mentioned right now, and as well, you can create a structured follow-up system. Now, an example for you could be that you follow up on day one, you follow up on day three, you follow up on day seven, and then you follow up every single week after that. Now, you can use tools like Go High Level to go ahead and remind yourself when to check in and when to actually follow up and then see every transaction in one place. But you can also use Go High Level to automate all of this, right? In my last video, or I believe like two videos back, I spoke about Go High Level and how to actually use it. Now, if you go into that video and if you go into the description, you'll get a 30-day free trial with Go High Level as well as snapshots that I've included so that you can just implement it in your business and actually get some of the follow-up systems that we have. Now, other than that, in Go High Level, you can actually put in a template of different messages and then just change the custom values to their name and their location, and then, for example, a date, whatever you would like to, and then just have them send out at different times. And you can then just sit back and just track, okay, this is when they send out, this is the interaction that I'm getting, this is the response, this is what I've got to say now. And it's pretty simple, right? Pretty laid back method of doing it, and you don't have to basically do anything in that regards. Now, the key with these follow-ups is to stay on top of mind without overwhelming your leads. A lot of people get this mixed. They think like quantity is what you got to go for. You don't want to go for quantity. You want to go for quality. You want to go for consistency. And with that, you want to just talk about meaningful touch points. You don't want to randomly reach out, just ask a question, or just send a question mark. You want to reach out systematically, and then once you reach out, you want to reach out with value, right? And an example of what you can do is, for example, day one, since it's only the first day, you can just do a quick check-in. And on day three, you can send a personalized market insight. On day seven, you can send an offer with like and help to answer any questions that they may have on any inquiries that they may have. And then you can every single week send value-driven updates like a neighborhood market report, or like a tips for sellers, right? It's pretty simple. You don't have to do it. You don't have to be difficult with it. Now, here's the thing. With Go High Level, you can just put in different templates and it will automatically send this for you. So definitely check that out. Now, this leaves us to number three, which is not offering value in your follow-ups. Now, this is something that a lot of realtors overlook. Now, the third mistake is following up without offering any real value. Leads aren't just waiting to hear from you. They need a reason to stay engaged, right? They need a reason for them to actually think that, okay, is this the person that we are going to list with? Or are we even looking to list our home right now, right? You have to keep providing value, keep having them engaged systematically so that by the end, when they are looking to list, you'll be the person that they're going to go to first. Now, every follow-up should give your leads something valuable. Now, a few ideas could be sharing a quick market update, send them tips on preparing their home for a sale, or even invite them to a free consultation. Now, as you can see, none of these things are things where you kind of have to go out of your way to do it. Essentially, this is just going to increase the chances of them listing with you. And again, these are things that you already know, like the market update or sending them some tips is something that like you already have that information, so why not just pack it up and send it as an SMS or send it as an email, and it will literally double your conversion rates with SMS, like if not even double, like triple them. Now, for example, you could do something like this, like, "Hey, Mark, I've got a free guide on how to get your home ready, home market ready in under 7 days. Can I send it over to you?" Right? And when you're seen as a resource, leads are much more likely to trust you and actually take that next step because you're actually the only one providing them value, right? Let's say that you're a person that is looking to list their home, right? And you're having a conversation with four different realtors, and every single one is calling you, reaching out to you. And then out of those four, like all of them are sending generic messages. All of them are just following up, like, "Hey, how's it going? Are you looking to list? Hey, how's it going? Like, can I come check out your property?" And then you have one agent that is providing value, like sending a seller's tip guide, selling how you can get your house market ready, selling market insights, market reports, doing just the small thing that actually looks like you're doing the extra mile, right? And ask yourself, who would this person choose? Because if you ask me, they would most definitely choose the person that is actually staying on top, staying consistent, and actually providing value. That's just how it works, right? Now, let's do a quick recap to kind of provide you with the most important things that we kind of went through with this video. And this follow-up system is what we call the ASA follow-up system, right? Because number one is that you need to avoid generic messages, okay? Number two is that you need to stick to a consistent follow-up schedule. And then number three is that you should always offer value. Always. This is like, it's number three, but it's number one in priority, right? You have to provide value. Now, the last thing I would like to say to you is that if you don't want to spend time following up with leads, building up different templates that you don't know if would work, or even following up and spending all this time seeing if you can get an increase in how many conversions you're going to get, go ahead and click the link in the description. It will be a blue link. It's a schedule a free 15-minute strategy session with myself, where I'll go ahead and personally implement all of our follow-up systems that we have for both lead nurturing campaigns in the near future, as well as full 12-month lead nurturing campaigns that you can just implement and get it going towards your leads. Go ahead and just schedule that call, and we'll be able to implement that at no cost. And then we'll also give you a free market audit on your current offer and how is it currently going and how you can get more leads coming in as well through YouTube. Now, other than that, if you went ahead and enjoyed this video, got some free value out of it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to go ahead and answer each one of them. Now, other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.